then I can start holding her accountable. So let's say I'm walking and the dog is walking by and she tries to lunge across, then I can correct her and say no, and correct her, and she'll be like, oh, my bad, I'm supposed to stay on this side. You get me? Yeah. But I can't hold her accountable if I don't teach her what I expect her to do. Right. Okay? Let's go. All right, so that's not bad at all, but you're walking very stiff.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Relax.
Because I'm being recorded.
So just act like we're not even here.
Okay.
Okay? Just typical walk. What I find is people, they do walk stiff with dogs, but it's because they have something called doggy PTSD, which is like, I know my dog's gonna pull, so I'm gonna brace myself for my dog to pull, you know? What we're gonna teach her is, now that she's walking looser though, you see how Mavis is more all over the place? Because Mavis needs to be held in that position with a stiff arm, okay? All right, come back, Amanda. So what I was telling them is sometimes people get something called doggy PTSD, which is where, which is where when you're walking, you're like, I know she's gonna pull, so your arm is stiff, right? And so then what that leads to is she may stay right next to you, but she keeps walking to the end of the leash and then reminding herself, okay, I gotta stay with you, right?
We do that together.
Versus how you wanna walk is relaxed and comfortable with your natural cadence so that she can learn to adjust to that, okay? So I'm gonna show you something. You go wait over there.
Okay.
Let's go. Good girl. Good, come on, let's go. So relax, right? When I feel like she's checking out, I'm gonna turn, yes. And then she decided to turn with me, so I marked it, and then I'm gonna pay her for that, okay? I'm gonna put my treats away though.
And yes, because you're making her come and get it.
Well, there, I say yes, because I was like, yeah, what you did there, you're getting paid for that, okay? So I'm gonna say, Mavis, let's go. So we're walking, good girl. Keep it up, good girl. Good girl. Good. Yes. So I paid her for staring up at me. Let's go. Good girl. So she's checking out. I would turn. Pop, 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 pop. Good girl. So when she stopped and I turned and she didn't follow, she felt pop, 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 which teaches her that when I turn or when I walk, to stay within the length of a leash. Good girl. Yes. Good job, doggo. Yeah. Good. Come on, let's go. Good girl. So you see how relaxed I am? And it's really about me. I'm pretending to be oblivious. When I turn, if she's not with me, I'm gonna pop, pop, pop. And she has to catch up. Good. Whenever I'm walking and I feel like she might not be following, that's when I turn. There should never be a time where you're walking and she's not paying attention to you. Good girl. Wait. Free dog. This is the time where she cannot pay attention to you.
You said free dog?
Yep. So now it's free dog. Now she doesn't know it yet, but this is her sniff around time, pee, poop. Eventually we'll tell her go say hi when she can meet other dogs, things like that. But this is her time, okay? And then like, good girl. Yep. Good girl. So this is her time. Good. Yes, good potty, girl. So now it's my time again. So I'm gonna say, Mavis, let's go. And then I'm just gonna take off.
So let's go as we're working.
Yep, well, let's go is like, follow me, ignore everything. Come here. Let's go. Good, you saw that time, she's like, okay, we're walking straight. And I was like, no, actually, we're gonna come this way. Because a lot of the time, dogs will just get used to just walking straight. Good girl. Good girl. Good, eventually, every time I turn, she's gonna be really on point. Like, oh, let me follow his body. Where's his body? Where's his body? And whenever I feel her stop, if I didn't tell her free dog, then I'm gonna pop it and keep moving. Also, you see how many treats I'm using? Not many, right? Because I expect her to do this. When it's perfect, I'm gonna pay her for that. So let's see what she does. Oh, almost. Come on, let's go. But in this scenario, you guys are the distraction. On a walk, it'll be a squirrel or a dog or that she's walking into. Versus right now, she just wants to get back to you guys. Better, right? Good girl. This time, I think she's gonna get it perfect. Yes. Come on, come get this. Good job, doggo. Good. Good. All right. On the harness is good. A collar is going to be way easier,
Yeah.
but we'll practice on the harness for now.
So I have a question for you. I
Yep.
understand what we're doing here. We're trying to mark her. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think the problem that I have most with her when I'm walking with her is that she'll get ahead.
Yeah.
So she wants to lead the pack.
Yep.
She didn't do that at all with you.
Because I kept turning.
Right.
She had no
That's
idea
all
where
it
I was
is.
going.
Yeah.
Look, when you guys go on your walk,
Yeah.
you guys pick a direction and you try to power forward.
Okay.
You're like, all right, well, this is the walk direction. And then humans just keep trying to go forward. And the dog's like, oh, this person's just going to walk straight. And then the dog's anticipating walking straight every time you come out on a walk.
So you're breaking the thought that they're just going to walk straight.
Yep.
It's like you're shocking them.
Yep. Their goal or my objective when I take a dog on a walk is to create this right here. How she's just standing there staring up at you. So I want her, like, that leash to mean follow me, period. Whether I walk straight, whether if I'm east-west, whether if I'm going up some stairs, whether if I'm like whatever, you know. It's funny to me because every human, like, leash on, like the last lesson, it was with Kazoo. And I had same conversation. I was like, yeah, it's either two things. You would pick a new walk and you'll walk straight, or you have the same route that you go on every time. And so with the dogs are literally, they're like, they only know to walk straight when you walk, or they only know to stay on the same route. So if you, like some dogs, it'll be as bad as like, if you go on a different route, the dog won't even want to walk it. Because it's like, no, we go this way. What are you doing? You know, same with straight. Like, what are you doing? You're walking straight. I know you're walking straight. Come on, hurry up. We're going straight. And that's how great they are, because they adapt that quickly, you know. But what you want to teach her to adapt to is following your leadership. And you want the walks to be a time where you're teaching her how to be a great follower and you're practicing being a great leader. Because then if she goes on 2 walks a day, now she just practiced great following for 2 times, and then she had 2 feeding drills. She just practiced listening to the correct things 2 times, and then you have your policies in the house. Now she's practicing following your policies in the house. Then she's going to be calm all day long until you get her amped up. Then she'll be amped up, and you go back in the house, she'll have her policies, and she'll calm back down.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Tara, let's go. You're out.
Let's go.
Yep. Just pretend to be oblivious. Give her a little bit more leash. A little bit less. Exactly. I can go home now. You got it.
Would you mind if Zoe grabbed her bag and brought it in?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Zoe. Yep, just pretend to be oblivious. Praise her when she's doing good. Try to just feel for her. When you don't feel her, she's doing good. When you do feel her, she's not. Make sense? And then every now and then, you can stop and tell her yes and pay her. I think I have your treats.
I've got a few in my
Okay. But then try to make like, so I'll be walking and my dog's doing great. I'll say yes up here, and then I'll stop and pet my dog.
Okay, so say yes up here and then.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
And whatever she did right before she heard yes, that's what she thinks she's getting paid for.
Okay.
Okay?
So basically looking at me.
Yep, or just calmly walking with you.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh shit, my job is just to follow? Yep. And then what's gonna happen is she's gonna start walking so great that you're gonna forget to release her.
Yeah,
So that's the
we're gonna
reward.
do the F dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the reward now too. It's sniffing around and stuff.
Let's go.
Yeah, she gonna be good. Yep. And now you just linger and let her linger. It's like she knows this stuff already.
He's like, this is when I pee.
Mm-hmm. Like when I'm walking, I don't let the dog drag me over to the side to pee, right?
Right.
Because what I just did was teach my dog that you can drag me, yeah, to get rewarded, you know?
Do you want to do it, Todd? And then you just say, and then he takes it and says,
Let's go.
LG.
Yep, yep. I have them. Somewhere. Somewhere in the bag. I got some in my pocket. Thank you, sir. When you're ready, yep. Yep. But that's the idea, is like, so how I learned to teach dogs this command, before I got my dog, I went to dog parks. And the number one thing is dogs don't come. When it's time to go, they'll be calling the dog all day. So I was like, I need a command that lets my dog know whatever they're doing to stop it and follow me.
Yep.
That's what this is. Exactly. Yep. Try to be more oblivious, Ty. Walk like you're not even with her and have her adjust to how you walk. When you don't feel her, that's when you tell a good girl. There, you felt that little moment where she tugged a little bit? Yeah. That's because she was doing something wrong. The right is following you. It should feel like she's not even on the leash. Like you should have to check and be like, is this dog still walking with me? This right here, she's gonna go in the house and be so tired from this, right?
Oh, she's a sleepy dog.
And we've only gone not even 2 houses down.
Yeah.
So every dog,
This is a big day for her.
with every single dog, when I get them into my possession, I spend a good week on the same block teaching them this. And then once they got this, I know they got it because now this is boring when I come out and we do this. And then I go to a different area or I walk further.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay? So this is called the approach and retreat drill. Boom. And they give her some free time, Todd. Boom. Yeah, she's so attentive.
She is. She knows her name. I do practice. I do like name drills with her.
Good.
But recall when there's a bunny or a squirrel. What is that squirrel got?
Right there.
Something big and round.
Yeah.
Hey, you got that. All right, let me take her.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this next drill is called behind the back switch. Yep. The purpose and the reason for this drill is I might be walking and there might be somebody walking their dog and their dog's gonna be on the right side. I always want her to be on the opposite side of wherever the distraction is. Whether it be a dog, person, squirrel, whatever the distraction is. And then think of it like this. Let's say she's reactive to dogs, right? Then that means that the person and the squirrel are gonna be levels leading up to the high level of dogs. So treat everything that's not a dog as distraction for the dog. Okay? Stroller, child, everything. She like as much as you can. Like just teach her, all right, when the distractions come in over here, I'm gonna make you walk over here. Okay? But you wanna proactively teach her how to switch. Okay? Come on, girl. You're just amazing. Yeah, they was telling stories on you. You're the best doggo. Good girl. Good job. All right, so same thing, I'm gonna say let's go. I'm basically gonna be putting this drill and the last drill together. So still back and forth, except now I'm gonna be teaching her how to switch. So I'm walking relaxed, I can't even feel her. I'm gonna turn, remind her to follow me. Good girl. And then when I want, I'm gonna grab and pull. Good. Grab, pull. And I'm just showing her how to switch. Grab, pull, while I'm moving. Good girl, yes.
You say grab pull or
No. Yeah, I'm only saying that for y'all. Good job. She was walking lovely, I marked it, and I took a break and paid her, okay? My time again. Mavis, let's go. Good girl. Good. And then eventually, once she gets good at this, then I can start holding her accountable. So let's say I'm walking and the dog is walking by and she tries to lunge across, then I can correct her and say no, and correct her, and she'll be like, oh, my bad, I'm supposed to stay on this side. You get me?
Yeah.
But I can't hold her accountable if I don't teach her what I expect her to do.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Good girl. But yeah, I'll just spend my walks doing these drills and teaching the dog, all right, this is how to follow me. And then again, I'll come out and it'll be boring because the dog's really good. Wait. And then I'm like, okay, I need to go a couple blocks out now to challenge my dog more. Free dog. It's your time. She's like, give me something. I'm working. Free dog. And then this will happen though, like the dogs will go into such a state of like following that in the beginning you'll tell them free dog and they'll kind of just stand there. But then as like, let's say she really has to go to the bathroom right now. When I say let's go and she doesn't have that time anymore, the next time I say free dog, she's gonna take advantage. Good girl. Good. Mavis, let's go. Good. There she's like, oh, we're walking straight. Good girl. I'm gonna kind of use this guy as part of the session. So I'm timing myself so that I can end up walking by him, all right? So I'm gonna turn, oh, never mind. Let's go. Good girl. But yeah, that's the behind the back switch drill.
Telling her good girl when she switches.
Yep, just praising her. Yeah, because whenever she's doing something good, I'm gonna be like, good job, dog, good job.
You go first. All right, got it? Get it on the switch.
It's like she already knows it. All right, I'm about to annoy your daughter. All right, now, only thing I would add is tell her, good girl. This time, try to switch her while you're like switch her now, while you're walking straight. There you go. Yep. I wouldn't say that like from what I'm seeing today, she needs a collar because she's walking great on the harness, but the collar will make it way easier and better.
Okay.
Yeah. But she doesn't necessarily need it because she's doing great. Yeah, I like collar over harness too.
Because we're adding in another puppy here, so.
Yep. She's got it. Yep. Oh, let me give you a tip.
Yep.
So you'll be walking, right? And then you'll go to switch her, and then you'll feel like you have to like stretch really far when you do it.
Do that?
To avoid it, you would, come on, let's go, Mavis. Let's go. You would grab the leash, come on, lower than where you're holding it, and then switch it.
So like literally like this.
Yep, just so it's like more comfortable for you to pull.
Or what? Good. All right. Let's go.
Keep going straight. All right, now come back. Pop, pop, pop. Yep, that's pretty good. Pop, pop. So right before Amanda turned, I'll wait for her to come back. What would she normally do there when she saw the dogs?
Good girl. Free dog. So she would wait until she got closer.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got close enough, then what she does, she's tricky.
Yeah.
Because she'll be fine and you think she's going to be okay. And then she gets close.
Yeah.
And she snaps.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we're going to get her around my pack then.
And then Sadie, who, 16,
Mm-hmm.
but she would bark. She would
From
she's
distance.
A barker at
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So Sadie probably taught her how to act like that.
yeah.
Now she's 16 and moving on and leaving us with the habits. Yeah, we'll just get her around my pack, and then she'll literally learn that does nothing. Just relax, and then and then you just keep applying what you did today with the walks, and that should go away.
Okay.
Just to point out, so when you started moving closer to the dog,
Yeah,
the moment right before I told you to turn, she tried to pull you to the side and sniff. Did you feel that?
Oh yeah, I did, and then I turned. And
Yep. She didn't even get the opportunity.
Well, she came with me, but she thought about it for a second. She
Yep.
hesitated.
Yep. So this is how intelligent dogs are. They're like, all right, there's a dog up there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make my move at this dog first. I'm gonna see if she's gonna allow me to pull her to do this.
Yeah.
And then if you would allow her to pull to sniff and stuff, then she would have been sniffing, but she would have still been looking up at the dog. And then if the dog would have got near her, then she would have made her own decision.
Right.
So, but that'll always happen. You'll walk towards the distraction, it'll be the dog, and she'll be like, let me see if I can sniff this.
Yeah.
And then if you allow her, then she knows that she can react.
Okay.
But if you don't, if you say, no, look, my policy is stay within the length of the leash,
Yep.
then as soon as you check her on that, she probably won't even address the dog.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But just be mindful. Like it'll probably happen every time.
Okay.
Dog's coming, you'll see it first, she'll see it, and she'll be like, oh, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
And she's just checking to see if you allow her. Because remember, you say free dog for her to pee now. Make sense?
Yep.
So if you didn't say free dog, you shouldn't even expect for her to, like when you feel her pull, you should almost be offended. Like, dog, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she's probably picking up a chicken bone or something she's not supposed to have. Okay?
Do you use free dog to? So what I do is, let me tell you what I do.
Mhm.
When I'm trying to get them to not leave the kennel or leave the house
Yeah.
before me, if I make them sit, then I say okay.
Yeah.
And then so that's like is that
It's
the
like your
same
release.
thing as free dog?
So I use break in place of like where you use okay there.
Yeah.
I use free dog as like make your own decisions now.
Okay.
My break is like sit, break. You can release from that sit now. But I still want them to be like in command. And then free dog is like you're out of command, take your own time. The reason I don't use okay is because you say okay so much in just natural conversation. So I might slip it.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, my break is like release from last told command. My free dog is like free dog. Make your own decision now. So same drills, Todd, but be a lot lighter with your corrections when you pop, because she won't need that much.
Let's go.
Yep, but still add like the snaps, but just not as intense. She probably feel like she off leash right now. Yeah, that's gonna be way better. Good job. Yep. This next time when you feel her get ahead, do a turn there. Yep. Pretend to be more oblivious though. Just feel for her. Try not to look. Turn now. She's being nosy. Perfect. Yep. And give her some free time.
All right, free time.
Sometimes I'll do this too. Let me take her. Thank you. Come on, girl, let's go. So like when I want to give her free dog, then I'll have her wait first. So I'll go wait and physically stop her. Then free dog, then she gets that time. Just to make it more of like a transition for her. And this is her time. And then I'm gonna say, Mavis, let's go. But in reality, you want to like be able to give her so much leash and she know what to do with that leash. Like she make her own decision. Let's see. So like this happening lets me know I need to do probably like 3 more sessions with her, you know, because when you get to the 3rd session, you'll literally be able to walk like this. And whenever you turn your body, she's gonna turn with you every time, okay? Mavis, let's go. And so I just feel for her. So I'm just feeling. Right now I don't feel anything. Good girl. Pop, 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 pop. Good girl. Good girl, doggo. Good. Good. When I turn, pop, 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 pop. Good girl. Good. Good job, dog. And then let's say right now you're my reward, right? So I'm gonna say wait. Good. Go say hi.
Hi, who's a good girl? You're so good and you're so smart. Too smart.
All right, you try some of that. Yeah. Do you guys know what etymology is? The study of like the root words. So smart, when it was originally created, it meant to be a pain, burden, to sting.
Let's go.
So when you say she's so smart, you're like, you're a pain. So it works both ways. There you go. When you turn there, she was like looking up at you. She's great. Yep, 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 yep. And just walk your walk now, man, to make her adjust to how you walk. Yep. Even when you turn, like stay locked into you. Don't wait for her. You just stay locked in. Okay, I'm turning now. I'm walking forward. And just feel for her. Let her adjust to what you do. Turn now and just go. Yep, and you know if you feel her, that's where you give it a quick pop. She's gonna be so tired. Yep, now let that leash drag a little bit more. She'll fix it. She might. Or you can stop and fix it. That's a good turn. You guys saw that? Yeah. The decision she made? Yep. Yeah. Yep. You say yes, give her that treat. Yeah. If there's ever a moment where you're like,
That's me training.
but there you felt that deserved a yes. So now you just remember
Wait,
if
what
you
did say to her? Wait.
yeah, just say wait.
Wait.
Yep, and then go say hi or whatever you want it to be.
Dog.
Good girl, doggo.
Yeah.